Yes, now I'm gonna tell you about introduction, music technology, and music perception. So the Mozart effect investigated in '93. It's questionable problem, but there were some people who investigated if there's any connections between music cognition and other brain functions. And there have been some beforehand, but no causal relationship has been demonstrated between music cognition and cognitions pertaining to abstract operations such as mathematical or spatial reasoning. And there were some persons divided in groups with music from Mozart, relaxation and silence. So there was measured the score, and it showed that there was a Mozart effect. That the IQ was better just after for the Mozart listeners than the others, following according to this investigation. And it should be like that. There was some paper folding from here to here, and then here from here to here, and from here to here, and then a cut. And so we should follow up. We unfolded this paper. How should it look like? A, B, C, D, or E. And you can see here, and now I know the answer. There's a cut here, and if you're looking at those 5 options, it must be number B. Some is missing here, 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 and some is missing here, and so on. Okay, the Mozart effect. Rauter, Sharon, Kai, they published a small paper. 36 students performed a spatial reasoning skill test. Prior to the test, this test we just saw before, 12 listened to Mozart and 12 to relaxation tape, as you can see here, 12 in silence. And the results shows significantly better score for group exposed to Mozart. Here. Yes. Oh, okay. The authors conclude that more studies needs to be performed anyway. Yes, and I can just add that. The media concluded that listening to Mozart will make you smarter. The Mozart effect was born. Okay. And I will add that is still questionable. So a lot of Mozart effects coming for babies, studying, and even for rats there was a Mozart effect. Yes, it showed that the rats listening to Mozart were better to find out amazing as a labyrinth, to find out a way from past a labyrinth for Mozart than for glass or white noise. Here is the seconds needed. 34.72 for Mozart, more than for glass music, what it ever is, white noise, and fewer errors for Mozart. Effect 2 for Mozart, almost 3 for glass, and more than 3 for white noise. Yes, so Mozart for cats and Mozart for dogs, and so on. And so we are coming to which plant plays Mozart to stimulate microbes. So on a micro level, so each Mozart should also have an effect. Okay. Schwitz operator believes chords and cadences of compositions speed up the way the organisms break down biomass. Okay. Yeah, and I will add, okay, it was an investigation and nothing is proved. There's a correlation maybe, but the causal reason is not clear. And so Mozart effect on brains, see the brain scheme here, figure, medial prefrontal cortex here, medial temporal lobe here, and precuneus here. And this is a PET scanning. It's a little bit complicated about brains. Okay. Brain's areas concerned with mental imaging as tested by spatial temporal tasks such as the building of three-dimensional cube assemblies in sequence were also mapped by PET scanning. The result shows that the areas activated include the prefrontal, temporal, and precuneus regions with which overlap with those involved in music processing. Okay, those three areas should be involved in music. It is suggested, therefore, that listening to music would prime the activation of those areas of the brain which are concerned with spatial reasoning. Okay. But there was also a blur effect in 2005. Some people, Cylinder and Hallam, published a study for the Academy of Science. Music listening and cognitive abilities in 10-11 years olds. The blur effect. Okay, that means sløre in Danish. Okay, 8 and 120 and 11 young people, children, participated across UK in a spatial ability test. This square A was divided in B plus something else. It should be call it C here. C is divided into 5 options: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And which part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be added to B to give A? Yeah, the answer is number 3. I think I can imagine if you turn this, if you push this number 3 over to here to B, turn it on, and you can imagine that number 3 is here, this part here, and B plus number 3 gives A. Down here we have a divided in 4 smaller squares, and we cut here the black ones here in number B, and all 4 squares, how does it look? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the answer is given. And if you look right, it should be number 2, because we see this black area here. The black area is also here, 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 and here in number 2. So this is the correct answer. About here, it was number 3. Okay. Prior to the test, one third of them listen to Mozart, one of them listen to Blur, a kind of group you see here, and some of them, one third listen to talk show. Yeah. The results shows a better performance for the children that listen to Blur. There's Blur here, Mozart here, BBC here. Okay. The authors concluded that positive benefits of music listening on cognitive abilities are most likely to be evident when the music is enjoyed by the listener. So it's another way to investigate. Before it was Mozart, the Mozart effect, now it's the Blur effect. So you can see the results depends of the investigations. So the program of the day, who are we, who are you, learning objectives, what I'm not going to teach, course outline, assignments, music, acoustics, aerophone today, yeah, visit of Skylab exercise. This is Jeremy's history. I will not be involved in it. Faces Laili Paulak, teaching assistants, and Efren, the leader here from acoustics, and Tobias May talk. Efren will talk on musical acoustics, and then Tobias about digital effects. Learning objectives. Learn how to communicate and interact with musicians. That's great. Provide fundamental knowledge about music. Show how music perception has guided the technology of music. Okay. Show the limitations of acoustic models. Improve your auditory skill. Yeah. So learn a lot of music. Teaching philosophy here in the course. More some experiences than Superman. More basic than complicated, you can say. More listening than looking at the computer. More playing, more improvisation than playing music notes. What I'm not going to teach, basic knowledge about sound, basic knowledge about hearing system, musical solfege, advanced musical acoustics. There's a book, Acoustics and Psychoacoustics by Howard and Angus. We can read 1 and 2 and give some benefit of this. And then a tentative schedule, exam in 22. New interface of musical expression, build a prototype. It can be acoustic, electric, or electroacoustic. Creativity is more important than the final implement. Record a 3 minutes maximum video to pitch your idea. Upload your video on the web and send me the link. It can be done in 3 groups. If done in 3 groups, each person should show 3 minutes each. So I have my plan about this. 12 and examine 12 minutes about oral. That gives 40%. 30 minutes about multiple choice, also for 40%, and 3 minutes about the video, 20%. And the topic of exam, it can change. Aerophone, jordophone, audiophone, membranophone, audio, digital music, pitch, timbre, music, hearing loss, consonances, tuning system, streaming, rhythm, and music cognition. That was it as some and some software we have to fit. Thank you.